And ABC News legal contributor, host at the Law and Crime Network, Brian Buckmire, joins me now for more on this. Brian, let's start with this Family Feud episode where Timothy Bleefnick joked that getting married was a mistake. He then says, "Not me, no, I love my wife." So regardless of how you take that, could this be used against him in a legal setting?
Yeah, Diane, I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is not just because it's on TV, but the actual structure of Family Feud. Steve Harvey isn't asking the contestant what they think the best answer is. They're saying that they have polled 100 or 1,000 people and what's the best answer of them. So this is not a direct reflection of Timothy's belief, but his guess of what other people who were polled said. So I don't think it's going to come into a case at all.
Now, Brian, prosecutors allege Timothy opened his wife's second-story window with a crowbar and shot her 14 times. They also said his phone showed searches that he had looked up how to open a door with a crowbar, how to make a homemade silencer. What kind of an impact does evidence like that have on a case like this?
Then I think that's the entire case for the prosecution, because the defense is arguing, and they have some facts to support this, that after Bleefnick was arrested, they took 6 of his shoes and tested it for the footprint just outside the door that was broken into, and none of them matched. Now, he's going to argue it wasn't me, it was someone else. But these Google searches or these cell phone searches where he's looking at how to make a silencer, and it's found that there might have been a silencer, a homemade silencer using an Aldi bag, and how to use a crowbar to enter a home, which was how this home was broken into. That's very damning evidence that points to only one suspect.
Now, the defense argues that a divorce, and even a messy divorce, is not enough evidence to convict him here. So how strong is the case against him, and where do you think the defense is going to try to raise reasonable doubt?
Well, they're right. I mean, statistically speaking, there are unfortunately a lot of divorces in this country, but thankfully there are not a lot of murders, or at least not a lot of murders that reflect the amount of divorces in this country. So the prosecution needs more. The Google searches, the tension between the defendant and the victim, the proximity of how close they were, this contentious divorce, as well as these Google searches are going to be the most damning evidence against Timothy. However, the defense does have some facts to work with here, so it's really going to be a battle of the facts and the experts in this case.
Brian, Becky's sister took the stand yesterday telling jurors that Becky sent her a text saying if something happened to her, that Timothy would be the person who had something to do with it. How damning is that?
It's extremely damning, especially because this is a victim's ability to speak from beyond the grave through a witness. However, the defense, as we saw here, I think made some pretty good, maybe not the strongest of the points, saying that she didn't report this to her own family or to the police. I believe making the argument that you didn't truly believe this to be that threatening or that serious. I think a lot of people would sit here and say, well, if my sister told me that their spouse was potentially going to be the person that harmed them, I would take affirmative steps to make sure it didn't happen. Here, the sister didn't. So maybe she didn't truly believe this to be something that was that serious.
All right, legal contributor Brian Buckmire. Thanks, Brian.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.